Okay, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're here for Oregairu 2, episode 11. So last episode, we had a very interesting ending. We saw Yukino's mom for the first time. We met her mom for the very first time after getting caught by Haruno and Hayama, who were out together, making the rounds as their parents, because obviously their parents' families know each other. They're making the rounds together, so a lot of stuff going on there. I'm just very intrigued to see the aftermath of that, because they talked about Yukino's birthday and what all of those juicy details that I wasn't able to fully comprehend. I hope we're going to get more info on all of that right now. So I'm going to quit talking about all that. If you want to hear all my analysis on episode 10, you'll feel free to go check out that episode. As per usual, feel free to check out the Patreon, Discord. Links are in the description below. Discord, we talk about shows, we talk about a bunch of fun stuff, so feel free to come check that out. And then obviously feel free to check out the Patreon as well, of your own will. But now, without further ado, let's hop straight into Oregairu 2, episode 11. Should you pick art, huh? Yeah, you can't just pick it on a whim. That's what you're going to college for, your major. I'm sorry, what? Damn, that made Hayama mad. What? Who has started this dumbass rumor? What? What is going on? Oh, could it be their parents maybe setting them up? The parents, right? They know, families know each other. Both of their parents' families know each other. Is it too wrong to think their parents would want them to get together so they can bring the businesses together? That would make sense. It would make sense. Oh god! Someone saw them together. Yumiko does not like that rumor. Aww. So she didn't find out about the gifts they got her. Oh, Iroha's joining us now, I guess. Looked very specifically at Hikigaya there when telling him when her birthday was. That's so cute. So they got her cake. Oh, this is so sweet. After the tense ending to last episode, this is very sweet to see them celebrating her birthday like this. But I wonder if Yumiko's about to bust in here and ask about this rumor about her and Hayama, which is clearly not true. That's such an interesting statement to be like, yeah, we saw them together over the break. Who would start a rumor like that? Just who exactly would do that? Yeah, Iroha's gonna be joining them now. Yeah. Just asking her straight up. That smile. Yikes. That was quite the tense smile. Just like human trash have their minds in the gutter. Yeah, that's why it's so specific. That's why it's like so strange. Seductive recon. The innocent gaze. Oh my god. Hikigaya fell hook, line, and sinker for her games. I don't think I've ever seen Hikigaya blush this much in the entire series, unless it's with Totsuka. It's the only time I've ever seen him blush like this. It's not like guys wouldn't find that appealing, yeah. Well, at least Hikigaya understands the situation now. The reading glasses. Oh my gosh, she looks so much more innocent like that. Oh god. What is with these two? These two seem so awkward all of a sudden. They do look cute on her though. It gives her much more of like a, surprisingly, like what you normally think with glasses is like you'll see someone with them and it'll make them look more mature, more studious? Yeah, studious. But no, they weirdly make her look way more innocent. Oh, too late. From Yumiko. Oh, I have a feeling this... Yeah, I have a feeling this isn't about liberal arts. Just kind of tossed it on him. Oh god. Here goes Yukino immediately attacking Yumiko. Immediately. Because they're not true? Why else would he not? What? Yumiko, I've began to like you much more as the series has gone on. Like, I genuinely have. As a character, I begin to like her more and more and more. But that's just a really dumb statement. He'd be saying, I mean, I guess you could look at it that way, but if literally everyone says they only just happened to meet up and Hayato is getting mad that people are bringing up these rumors, I would be more inclined to believe that he's mad because the rumors are not true. Maybe that's just me because I know the rumors aren't true. It's a bit different. She has no idea, so maybe it's a little different there, but just, I don't know. I feel like I would lean more towards believing Hayama. What about in the past? Even if there was. No, it wouldn't. I personally would really like to know y'all's past together. just me. Is it just me who really wants to know this information? Probably is. Damn, and Yukino's fully keeping her composure. Are you though? That's exactly what I want to know. Oh, she's trying to figure out. That question was not more so them. She's trying to figure out what Hayama's doing because she wants to go with him. Yeah, very interesting. I like that quote from Yukino though. As long as the people closest to me know, like she says that while looking directly at Hikigaya. I like that she made that clarification, but I mean, I guess you could say I'll be fine, but in the same situation as Hikigaya, things like that happening to you could pain other people who are close to you. Even if they understand you, seeing other people misunderstand you could hurt them as well. So it's kind of a, honestly, you could consider that a parallel situation to Hikigaya, because for Hikigaya, he would put himself down and it would hurt the people around him. And in Yukino's case, she's saying, as long as the people around me know, then it's fine. But to them, it might not be. To them, seeing you get put down or attacked by others in any situations might hurt them as well. So, interesting maybe. I don't know if I'd call that a parallel per se, but a similar situation, I guess. I'm sure you don't like him. I'm sure it's not because you have a major crush on him. Yui understands that feeling very deeply. Very deeply. He's just being realistic. Damn. Oh my god. Wow. Wow. See, like I said, she's been continually rising in my, like, I don't know if I'd say favorites, but in my estimations, she's been rising so much as a character because she's so much deeper than what we saw in just the first couple episodes. Every character in the show is infinitely deeper than their outward appearances, except for maybe, like, Tobey, unless we get an arc with him later on that's not about him wanting to confess to somebody and we find like he's like at like a deeper side to him. Anyway, that's not what this conversation was about. I really like that. I love like the way they showed like the glimmer in her eyes, like she is fully determined because she really likes him. She's not going to say it outwardly, that's clear as day, but she really likes him and really wants to stay by his side for as long as possible. And I love how Hikigaya made kind of a blunt comment. He didn't like pad his words or anything. He told her straight up he might hate you for prying, and she said, I still want to know anyway. I like that. I love the determination from her there. And Hikigaya, seeing her resolve, agreed to help her out with it. I like that a lot. Oh, hello. She actually putting the little paw mittens to use already. That's very fair. For once, it's actually totally reasonable for Hikigaya to be doing... Wait, what'd he say? Work is work. Yeah, I don't think I would have ever heard Hikigaya saying that either. Season 1 Hikigaya, early Season 2 Hikigaya, all he did was ever complain about work, but now he's just like, work is work, and that is growth in its own way. But yeah, this is the one instance I would agree that it's totally reasonable for Hikigaya to do this alone, because Hayama's a very cagey person. He never opens up much. The only person he's ever really opened up around that we have seen is Hikigaya. He has opened up, not a whole ton, but he has absolutely opened up to Hikigaya before. So if there's anyone he's going to do it to now, it's probably going to be him. Just asking for reference, Man, Hayama really does not like all the people asking. Cross that bridge when I come to it. Man, he is not letting anybody in. He's being especially cagey right now. I think you're most dependable, Totsuka. That's such a small moment there, but I feel like that means so much. So much. Because we had a whole scene earlier this season where Totsuka asked Hikigaya, specifically asked him about what was going on with him, Yukino, and Yui, and he wanted to help out in the situation, but Hikigaya pushed him out. He pushed him away. He wouldn't open up. He was just like, everything's fine. You know, his typical early season Hikigaya, he pushed him away, but now he's changed that. Hikigaya is basically a different person at this point. His roots are still kind of the same, but his ideology has been drastically altered. And this time he says, I'd rely on you. Although he stutters the words out, he does tell him that he would rely on him. Man, she pulled her hand away quick. Oh my god. Interesting. Seems like she wants to act all like, happily might be the wrong word, but I feel like that's the best way to describe her actions towards Hikigaya recently. She acts like that around him, but only when it's him. The other two are here, she's gotta back off. Oh, are we gonna see Shiro Meguri? Oh god, Haruno's here. Why does everybody has different alterations to Yahalo? I swear. She said, what did she say? Yahalo, and then there's Yahalo. There's like several differentiations to this continuing trend. Oh. Damn! Full out rejection. That's interesting though, because isn't the whole point of like the most recent arc was for Yukino to realize that she has friends around her to rely on? Wasn't that like the whole point of the final arc of season 1? Wasn't that the whole point of that was for Yukino to realize that she can rely on Hikigaya, she can rely on Yui, she can rely on her closest of close friends? I thought that was like the whole point of that arc. So now Haruno's kind of turning tail here, kind of turning that on its head and being like, I thought you'd been able to stand on your own 2 feet, but you're relying on people again? She made it seem as if that's like a negative thing or something, which I thought the whole point of the arc was to tell Yukino that that's not a negative thing. Weird. I don't know if there's some disconnect there that I'm not getting correctly, but I feel like that just flips the purpose of that whole arc on its head now if we're trying to make her not rely on people. Oh god. A bombshell like me every day. What? And also, I remember what Yukino had. I don't know if it was Yukino who told Hikigaya, but she was talking about. Somebody was telling him about how like Hikigaya is one of the only people who gets to see Haruno's true side because he figured out that she has a fake side in the first place. That one of his first observations of her was that she's completely fake. The outward appearance and everything. Completely and utterly fake. Hikigaya figured that out immediately, and so from then he has seen a side of her that most people don't get to see. I forget who exactly told him that, but someone had brought that up at some point. Why? Hayato was hoping for it too. Huh? He has said this several times to Hikigaya. He has said that one statement several different times to Hikigaya. That's not the first time he's told him that. Totsuka! Oh my god, he's asking help from somebody. The hell is going on here? Oh, there's Hikigaya. She was not talking to Tobe. Oh, Yukino giving him a little best of luck. That face from Yui is so cute. The face with her fist like this. I'm intrigued to see what he asked for Totsuka. Or asked Totsuka for. Saimokuza. Oh my god, Hikigaya is like actually... What? Is the tennis club just blocking everybody else? Look at this, I love this animation. Seriously, this animation is so clean. Look at Hikigaya trying to keep up with him. Actually, yeah, that actually, wow. I'm genuinely so, like, the writing is so good. That's such a small detail that you wouldn't even think about. You would think Hikigaya would be, like, desperately out of breath trying to keep up with Hayama, but no, he bikes to school every day. He's got decent stamina from that. That's such good writing because that's such a detail I wouldn't have thought of until they, like, bring it up. Because I seriously was going to say Hikigaya is, like, struggling to keep up with Hayama, but then they bring this up and I'm like, oh yeah, duh. He does bike to school. That makes total sense. If I forget about facing myself. How do they feel? Yeah. So he's trying to break down Hayama's defenses in the middle of a run. Oh! Shut up for a second! Oh my god, he kicked it into high gear. I don't really care either. Only way to get what you want. Oh, he got him. Damn, he hit the nail right on the head. That question about Yumiko kind of stirred him up there for a second, and then he hit the nail on the head right there, and that made him stop. Interesting. Which I think is why Hayama is a good person. Let's get that out. Let's get that detail out there first and foremost. Hayama is a good person. There's no doubting that. There's no going against that idea. Hayama is a good person. He just is at heart. Maybe, but probably not up to the expectations that everyone has for him. In that degree of the expectations and all the weight that is on his shoulders from all those expectations probably doesn't match up to that entirely, which is why he puts on this sort of Hayama Hayato mask that he has on when he's at school, and that's why he's trying to tell Hikigaya over and over again, I'm not as nice as you think, because when he's being as nice as everybody's expectations put him up to, it's just a mask. He is a nice person at heart. He just is. Like, that's just the case, but maybe not to the degree of the standards that everybody holds him to. Which I think is what Hikigaya is saying here. You want to be freed from those expectations. You want to be your own person without putting up all these facades, all these masks, that you have to be this perfect Hayama Hayato, the nicest guy in school, whatever it may be. And Hikigaya is trying to give him an out that, one, will get him away from those expectations, and two, allow Yumiko to go to the same school as him. Interesting way to solve the problem. I knew we couldn't have been friends. Oh god. Is that not it? Whoa! Alright! I feel inferior to you. That's why I won't do as you say. Interesting. Hayama literally feels what? To what degree? And why? The only way that I can think of Hayama necessarily feeling that he's worse. Not worse. What was the word he used? Inferior. Sorry, that was the word. The only situation I can think of Hayama possibly feeling inferior is the way that Hikigaya is able to understand people. Maybe not necessarily he's just getting into understanding the emotional side of things, but he understands people's thoughts. Maybe that's what Hayama means. Maybe he feels inferior in the way that that's why. Maybe that's why he feels inferior. I can't really put my finger on any other specific thing that Hayama would feel inferior to. Maybe it's because another thing is that every problem that has arose, Hikigaya has been the one to come up with a solution for said problem. Even if a lot of the solutions involved him putting down himself, Hayama was unable to come up with a solution better than what Hikigaya was doing for any of those given situations. And so maybe that's also what he feels inferior to, is that Hikigaya has been the one to solve most of the problems, and Hayama obviously doesn't like his methods, but Hayama hasn't been able to come up with anything better. Hikigaya has always been the one who is able to solve the problem at hand, and that might be why Hayama feels inadequate or inferior to him, along with the other stuff that I said as well. That's interesting. We'll have to delve more into that specific statement, for sure. That's who I am. Damn, he just sped up out of nowhere. Oh, God. You kept up with him for a while, though, Hikigaya. Why, good for you. Whoa. He thanked them both specifically. That was interesting. Man, who cares about the losers, right? Ah, and he literally just by saying, Yumiko, Iroha, thank you, he cleared up the Yukino rumors in an instant. Okay, that's interesting. But, man, how can I ever hate Yumiko again when she's got that adorable smile, man? I love all the characters in this show. At this point, the only characters I hate are Sagami and Orihime. That wasn't her name. Orimoto. Those two, I still hate them. Orimoto has been trying to redeem herself a little bit over the past episodes, but I couldn't give less of a shit. The way she tormented Hikigaya in the past, I could literally give less of a shit about any development they try to give her, unless something very drastic happens, which we'll see if it ever comes to that. But Sagami also, nah. Those are the only two characters in this entire series I hate. In the very beginning of the series, I would have put Yumiko on that list, but recently here, she's become a lot more of a likable. Likeable's the wrong word, but we found a lot more sides to her that we had never seen before, which in turn makes her a more likable character. Oh my god, Hikigaya is literally limping back. Did he hurt himself on that fall? Hello, Yukino? Damn. Yeah, that is both. Oh, hello. She's not giving you a choice. That stings. Dude, this giant smile on my face. Ow, my face is starting to hurt. Oh, man. I am so torn on who I want to win. I love Yui, and I love Yukino. I love Iroha. I love all three possible candidates, and in my Discord we were joking about how the Hiratsuka Sensei route has not been followed well enough. So there's that route as well, I guess. I know Iroha's not gonna win. She came in the competition too late. They might have some cute moments together, but she's not gonna win in the end. I highly doubt it. It's gonna be Yukino or Yui. I just can't shake the feeling that Yukino is gonna win. She's the first character he ever met in this series, the first girl he met. They were the first two members of the club. It's just... And their relationship has been so multi-layered, and it's literally taken 2 seasons to develop to the point where they're even slightly close. Like, they are close friends, but we're just now barely inching towards any kind of like feelings, and even now I wouldn't say they're very apparent if they're there at all, but they clearly are beginning to like each other a lot more, and I feel like them taking the time to build up this relationship over essentially 2 full seasons, literally 2 full seasons of building their relationship up, I feel like that fact can't go overlooked. Yui and Hikigai's relationship has evolved, but it started from the beginning where she liked him. It hasn't really gone through thick and thin like their relationship has to build itself up. Sure, there was the encounter in episode 5 and 6. Even before that, Yui liked him. She almost admitted it early season 1. Everything in my heart is pointing to the idea of Yukino winning in the end. Could I be wrong? Yes. Really, everything seems to be pointing to it. We have so much more to learn about her. The whole statement she asked him when they were episode 9, when they were going down the log ride, and she was like, please save me. Like, there's just so much going on that I can't shake the feeling that she's gonna win. It's gonna break my heart for whoever loses it, no matter who ends up winning. But I'm just hoping whoever wins, it makes sense. That's all I'm hoping for. I'm hoping for whoever in the end wins, it makes sense. As long as it makes sense, I can agree with it. That's all I need. He's not picking the sciences. You two gonna look away? Might as well go ahead and confirm my theory now. Let's be realistic. Like, come on. If that doesn't scream we're in love, I don't know what does. They stared at each other like that for, what was that, like 15 seconds? That felt like an eternity. That might have been only a few seconds, but that legitimately felt like they were looking at each other for an eternity there. Wow. That caught me so off guard. That felt so intimate. That, like, a lot of his scenes with Yui have been really cute, but nothing has had that level of intimacy. Where it's just them two alone, and they're, like, literally face to face, like, inches away from kissing. Like I said, I'm not confirmed on the Yukino theory. I don't know who's gonna win. It's possible Yui could make a late game run in season 3, but all my senses are telling me Yukino's gonna win. And this scene really did nothing but help push that theory along further. Oh? Wow, she actually told him. Oh! Oh, God. Come on, guys. The group just got back together. Guys, please. Guys, the group literally just got back together. Literally, we just got back together and we're having wholesome moments together. Please, let's not ruin that. Please. Oh, God. I definitely think Yui saw all of that. The way she was standing there at the door, like she was clearly looking through the window. She absolutely saw every single second of that. I wonder if this is going to make her more aggressive in her moves, because we saw that whole thing where she said that she's not going to wait for somebody else to do it. She's going to make the move herself, and I have a feeling this might make her more aggressive. I don't know. I don't know. I'm so torn. I love all 3 of these characters so much. I'm sure you just got here. Oh my God, you actually got these 2 to go to a party? Wow. Wow. Look at Yukino. That's very true. We've made a lot of new friends now. What was that look for, Hayama? What was that look for? Oh God, and she's getting dragged away. Oh, for sure. It's not even a little. I think she's changed a lot. She she likes you? Is that what it is? If you don't get it, then I guess that's fine. What is he saying? Have you not realized that she likes you? Is that what he's trying to imply here? Hayama, you sly dog. And also curse you at the same time for not just telling him straight up. Although that would absolutely throw things off. I think deep down he probably has realized it. In the same way that I'm almost certain he knows that Yui likes him, I feel like he's beginning to realize that Yukino may or may not have some interest as well. He plans to... Can you really call that your own decision? Oh. I'm sure you two hate each other. That's probably a refresher. I did not register what he said at all. Hayama Hayato, it's nothing but self-gratification, really. Hayama Hayato lives up to expectations. Oh, each and every time Hayama Hayato lives up to expectations. That was such a good ending to that episode. Overall, an utterly fantastic episode. That was seriously such an intimate scene and such a good episode. Such a good episode. I think it's really hard for me to say this because I loved season 1, but every single episode of this season has been better. Every single episode. Which I think you would hope would be the case. You would, generally speaking, hope that as the seasons of a show progress, it continues to get better as you get closer to the characters and things like that. And this show has delivered on every front in that aspect. The animation, infinitely better. Like I've said 1,000 times, I like the season 1 art style. This is 10 billion times better. Everybody looks so much more expressive, and I feel like it's just much easier is the wrong word, but it's much more fun to read emotions of characters that feel so much more alive and so much more expressive than maybe they would in the old style. So you got that. The characters have grown a ton as people. There's just so many great things going on this season, and so many great things that have made these episodes as good as they are, as they continue to elevate one after the other, and just get better and better and better with each new episode. Overall, just fantastic stuff. And I love this show. That's all I can say. I don't have much as far as end of episode discussion goes. I talked extensively throughout the video about different things I thought, and obviously my analyzation stuff. If there's anything I didn't pick up on, per usual, feel free to tell me if it's not spoilery or doesn't even hint at any spoilers, because I will hopefully finish this season up pretty quickly here and move on to season 3. I believe I have the OVA next, though. What I was corrected on is that the OVA is between episodes 11 and episodes 12. So I'll be watching the OVA next, then we'll get episodes 12 and 13 and wrap up the season. So, as always, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys, I don't know why I'm doing the outro weird, but I think that is going to wrap it up for my reaction to Oregairu 2, episode 11. Hope you guys did enjoy, and I hope you all have a good day.